Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am your educator Arpita Sharma, and today we are going to analyze the Hindu as well as the Indian Express newspaper. So in these classes that I'm starting from today, they will be conducted every day at 10 a.m. हर दिन 10 बजे के करीब ये classes upload हो जाया करेंगी, right? Around 10 to 11 a.m. these classes will be uploaded. And we are going to cover the Hindu newspaper important current affairs and the Indian Express also, so that at one place only, at one lesson, in one particular lesson only, you will be able to cover the important current affairs from both the newspapers, right? तो ऐसा ना हो कि आपको हिंदू अगर आप पढ़ रहे हो तो आपको कहीं और वीडियो देखनी पड़े, इंडियन एक्सप्रेस पढ़ रहे हो डाउट आता है तो कहीं और वीडियो देखनी पड़े। इस चीज को अवॉइड करने के लिए हम एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पर हिंदू और इंडियन एक्सप्रेस दोनों ही न्यूज़पेपर को कवर करने वाले हैं, ठीक है? और हर दिन 10-11 बजे के आसपास सुबह मॉर्निंग में, ठीक है, मॉर्निंग में ये क्लास अपलोड हो जाया करेगी और पीडीएफ आपको मिल जाएगा टेलीग्राम चैनल पे। यूल गेट द पीडीएफ ऑन माय टेलीग्राम चैनल सिंप्लीफाइंग यूपीएससी विद ईज, एंड द मीडियम ऑफ द क्लास विल बी 90% इंग्लिश एंड 10% हिंदी फॉर द हिंदी मीडियम स्टूडेंट्स। ओके, so let's start करते हैं with the first news from the Hindu newspaper. Mehbooba Mufti released after 14 months. Now in this particular news ना what's important, इस पर्टिकुलर न्यूज में ना इम्पोर्टेंट क्या है, पीएसए, ठीक है? आप इधर देख सकते हो, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। पीएसए मीन्स द पब्लिक सेफ्टी एक्ट, ठीक है? पीएसए क्या होता है, इसका फुल फॉर्म होता है पब्लिक सेफ्टी एक्ट। सो आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू हाउ टू स्टडी द न्यूज़पेपर एज वेल। न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना कैसे है वो भी मैं बताने वाली हूँ, बिकॉज देर आर मेनी स्टूडेंट्स हु जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट द न्यूज इन देयर रजिस्टर्स और इन द ऑनलाइन मोड, राइट? ई नोट्स बनाते हैं या फिर रजिस्टर में लिखते हैं तो कॉपी पेस्ट कर देते हैं। तो you do not have to copy paste the notes, you just have to identify what topic is important in a particular current affair। एक current affair में क्या topic आपकी as per your UPSC syllabus is important। So here from the perspective of GS paper 2, what's important, PSA is very important, the Public Safety Act, right? ये बहुत ज्यादा important है। Sorry, not GS paper 2, GS paper 3, internal security, right? कहाँ पर आता है ये, internal security में। Clear? So for GS paper 3 in the Hindu newspaper, you'll find this news. Mehbooba Mufti was under the house arrest. She has been released after 14 months. Jammu and Kashmir administration revoked means cancel detention under the Public Safety Act of former Chief Minister and People's Democratic Party President Mehbooba Mufti. She was under house arrest for 14 months. 14 महीने से house arrest में थी because of the JNK separatism issue which was in the news, right? So now she has been that particular charge has been removed, ठीक है? उनको detention को भी remove कर दिया गया है और अब उन्हें release कर दिया गया है। Now what is the Public Safety Act? आपको इसके ऊपर नोट बनाना है, ये क्या है? So it is JNK PSA Act 1978. It's a preventive detention law. ये है क्या? ये preventive detention law है। So about preventive detention we have studied in detail in our fundamental rights class, conceptual clarity class में। fundamental rights की class में हमने पढ़ा है। I'll give you the link also in the I button above. यहाँ पर एक I button होगा वीडियो के ऊपर, वहां पर मैं लिंक भी दे दूंगी आपको, ठीक है? So this is very similar to the National Security Act which is used by the state governments for preventive detention. So under Public Safety Act, which is a JNK legislation, a person is taken into custody to prevent him or her from acting in any manner that is prejudicial to the security of state or maintenance of the public order. Okay, if it's speculated that a person is going to be harmful for the security of the state or is going to distort the public order, then that person will be taken into custody to prevent him in doing so. Okay, and it comes into force by an administrative order which is passed by, please write it down, it comes into force by an administrative order। एक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑर्डर के थ्रू इसको लागू किया जाता है, and this administrative order is passed by either by divisional commissioner DC or district magistrate DM। या तो DC पास करेगा, डिविजनल कमिश्नर और DM, right? Any one of them can pass this administrative order of starting the Public Safety Act, ठीक है? And it is not passed by detention order। detention order इसमें नहीं चलता। Now in prelims they can confuse you, prelims में confuse कर सकते हैं। So they can ask you this question, ये question पूछ सकते हैं। PSA 1978 is passed by administrative order by DM, administrative order by DC, that is divisional commissioner, detention order or both A and B। तो correct answer will be, correct answer क्या होगा इस केस में? The correct answer will be D, both A and B are correct। Okay, so this kind of question can come from this particular current affair। So now there are different issues related to the PSA. Public Safety Act के साथ ना काफी issues हैं जो जुड़े हुए हैं. That is why it is one of the very controversial, highly controversial act in JNK. So what are the issues which are related to PSA? इससे related issues क्या हैं? First issue is detention without trial. ये पहला issue है, detention without trial. So here the PSA allows detention of a person without a formal charge and without trial. तो ना तो इसमें कोई formal charge बताया जाता है, ठीक है? Without the formal charge a person is detained and also without trial. कोई trial भी नहीं किया जाता. No, opportunity is given to the person who has been accused or who has been detained to prove himself or herself, right? It can be slapped on a person already in police custody on someone immediately after being granted bail by a court. कोई वैसे ही पुलिस कस्टडी में है उसके ऊपर ये चार्ज लगा दिया जाएगा. किसी को अभी अभी बेल मिली है उसके ऊपर भी ये चार्ज लगा दिया जाता है, ठीक है? So that is one basic issue. Now, unlike in normal circumstances, a person who is detained under PSA need not be produced before a magistrate within 24 hours of the detention. This is also very important. ठीक है? Now the next issue is, next आपका इधर issue आ जाता है PSA में, no right to file bail application. Now here the detained person does not have the right to move a bail application before the court and cannot engage any lawyer. ना तो bail application file कर सकता, ना ही कोई lawyer hire कर सकता, right? Cannot, write it down. Cannot engage any lawyer. किसी भी lawyer को engage नहीं कर सकता to represent him or her in the detaining, towards the detaining authority. Okay, now the third important pointer is the limited legal rights. ये आपका third issue हो जाएगा. The only way the administrative preventive detention order can be challenged is through habeas corpus petition. ठीक है, आप सिर्फ habeas corpus petition के through ही इसको challenge कर सकते हो. Please write it down. Only this petition can be filed by the relatives. ठीक है, जो accused है वो नहीं file कर सकता. The relatives of the detained person can file habeas corpus petition, and through this limited legal remedy only they can approach the court, right? All the other mandamus, certiorari, all the other writs or the rights, they cannot exercise them. ठीक है, clear? Now the High Court and the Supreme Court have the jurisdiction to hear such petitions. इसको High Court और Supreme Court दोनों ही इस केस को टेक अप कर सकती हैं. However, if the order is cancelled, then there is no bar on the government passing another detention order under the PSA and detaining the person again. अगर ये petition भी cancel हो गई, if this petition is also cancelled, then again under preventive detention this PSA can be applied to a person, right? Now the next important issue is discretionary powers. Now the district magistrate who has passed the order has protection under the act, which states that the order is considered done in good faith. तो जो district magistrate order pass करेगा ना, DM will pass the order, and it is said that DM has passed the order in good faith. That means he will not be questioned. Why he had passed the order, he will not be questioned. उसको question नहीं किया जाएगा. Therefore, the officials are protected from any prosecution or any legal proceeding. ओके, ऑफिशियल्स को प्रोटेक्ट करके रखा जाता है कि कोई प्रोसिक्यूशन, नो प्रोसिक्यूशन विल बी डन ऑन द ऑफिसर्स हु हैव पास्ड द ऑर्डर. नो लीगल, राइट इट डाउन, नो लीगल प्रोसीडिंग्स विल बी स्टार्टेड अगेंस्ट हिम. ठीक है, हु हैज पास्ड दिस ऑर्डर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट issue over here is section 8 of the PSA. ये next issue आ जाता है. It provides a vast number of reasons for detention, ranging from promoting, propagating, or attempting to create feelings of enmity or hatred or disharmony on grounds of religion, race, caste, community, or region to incite the people. Right? तो इसमें क्या होता है कि इसमें reason लिखे हुए हैं कि हम detain क्यों कर रहे हैं. Write it down. Reasons are mentioned फॉर डिटेंशन कि आपने एनमिटी फैलाने की कोशिश की है, इंसाइट करने की कोशिश की है गवर्नमेंट के खिलाफ लोगों को. ठीक है, तो ये हो गई बात इसके अंदर. नाउ नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इशू इज, नेक्स्ट आपका इंपॉर्टेंट इशू हो जाता है नो डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन माइनर एंड मेजर ऑफेंसेस. नाउ ओवर हियर इट अलाउज डिटेंशन फॉर अप टू 1 ईयर. इसके अंदर डिटेंशन अलाउ करता है 1 ईयर तक. फॉर डिस्टर्बेंस ऑफ पब्लिक ऑर्डर, अगर पब्लिक ऑर्डर को आपने डिस्टर्ब किया है, इफ यू हैव डिस्टर्ब्ड द पब्लिक ऑर्डर, देन 1 year detention, and detention for 2 years if you have done actions which are prejudicial, to security of state. Okay, in that case 2 years की आपको detention मिलेगी. So all these actions, they bear an unsettling resemblance to the British response to the protest against the Rowlatt Act of 1919. That is why there are some issues which are very relevant with the PSA. Okay. Now the next important news on page number 1 again related to GS paper 3. India's economy to contract by 10.3% this fiscal, says IMF. Now इधर ना सबसे important बात आपकी है IMF. You have to study IMF for your prelims. ठीक है, इस organization को prelims के लिए पढ़ना है. And another important point for mains is that India's economy is expected to contract, that means to shrink 10.3% in the current fiscal year as the country and the world, they reel with COVID-19 pandemic. Now this is important for 2020 and 2021 aspirants. ये न्यूज 2020 और 2021 के एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर 2020 यू कैन इग्नोर, बट यू हैव टू स्टिल स्टडी IMF. ठीक है, बट दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर 2020 and 21 aspirants. Now the global output is projected to shrink 4.4% in 2020. Right, and it has been released in the World Economic Outlook report. Now question on World Economic Outlook report came in 2019 in prelims. 2019 के prelims में question आया था World Economic Outlook report के ऊपर. That is why it's important. IMF release करता है World Economic Outlook report in which it has been said that global output is projected to shrink 4.4%. Right, now let us understand these two important pointers. So this kind of question can come. इस तरीके का question आ सकता है prelims में. Who publishes the World Economic Outlook report? WTO, WEF, IMF और World Bank. So the correct answer over here will be, correct answer इधर क्या होगा? B, IMF. Okay, so this kind of question can come. इस तरीके का question आपका आ सकता है prelims के अंदर. और it can be vice versa also. They can give you the name of the organization and then they will give you the name of the reports. Then they will ask you which of the following reports is or are published by International Monetary Fund. Okay, so that is why it's very important. ये news काफी important है, उसको इसी aspect में इसी तरीके से आपको तैयार करना है. Now the next important news which is related to GS paper 3, Kejriwal kickstarts use of biodecomposer solution. Right, now this is very important for GS paper 3 as well as for your prelims. आपके prelims और GS paper 3 mains के लिए बहुत important है. Now here then when we talk about the biodecomposer solution, now why it is being used? To stop the stubble burning. Right, so in it was in news on the date of 25th September 2020 also. Right, ये इस दिन भी news में आया था ये particular topic and it was about the पूसा decomposer. किसके बारे में था ये न्यूज? पूसा decomposer. So this news has been repeated. So it becomes important for your 2020, 2021 as well as 2022 aspirants. क्योंकि ये repeat हुआ है ना न्यूज, तो ये बहुत important है. Right? So now we were talking about the पूसा decomposer. Recently the scientists have developed a biodecomposer technique. ठीक है, ये क्या है? What is this पूसा decomposer? Write it down. It is a biodecomposer टेक्निक. ठीक है, ये एक बायोडीकम्पोजर टेक्निक है, पूसा डीकम्पोजर. राइट, फॉर कन्वर्टिंग, राइट इट डाउन, फॉर कन्वर्टिंग क्रॉप स्टबल इनटू कंपोस्ट विच कैन बी यूज्ड टू फर्टिलाइज दिस लैंड. राइट, तो देखो क्रॉप स्टबल को वैसे क्या करते हैं फार्मर्स, बर्न कर देते हैं, बट हम इस टेक्निक से क्या करेंगे, क्रॉप स्टबल को कंपोस्ट में कन्वर्ट कर देंगे. सो दिल्ली एंड मेनी अदर नॉर्थ इंडियन स्टेट्स, दे आर कवर्ड विद स्मोक ड्यूरिंग विंटर्स बिकॉज ऑफ स्टबल बर्निंग. राइट, विच इज डन बाय द नेबरिंग स्टेट्स by the farmers. So that is why Kejriwal, he is using this biodecomposer solution. Right, now what are these पूसा decomposers? Let us understand them. ये बहुत ही ज्यादा important है. ठीक है, तो आपको पढ़ना है. Now because this year UPSC has started focusing more on agriculture, more on science and technology. That means we have to make sure that our science and technology knowledge is strong. ठीक है. So now पूजा decomposers की बात करते हैं. These are in the form of capsules made by extracting the fungi strains that help the paddy straw to decompose at a faster rate, right, than usual. So here the fungi strain, this particular fungi, it helps to produce essential enzymes for degradation process, right. So this is the technique which is used in Pusa decomposers. So when we now talk about the decomposer mixture, जब हम decomposer mixture की बात करते हैं, it involves making a liquid formulation using the decomposer capsule. The decomposer capsule is used to form a liquid formulation, and then it is fermented over 8 to 10 days, and then it is sprayed, right. This mixture, it is sprayed on the fields with the crop stubble to ensure speedy biodecomposition of the stubble, right. एक liquid formulation बनाया जाता है, उसको 8 से 10 दिन ferment किया जाता है, फिर उसे fields पे क्या किया जाता है, स्प्रे किया जाता है, ताकि जो क्रॉप स्टबल पड़ा है वो डीकम्पोज हो जाए फटाफट से. ठीक है. एंड द फार्मर्स कैन प्रोड्यूस 25 liters of liquid mixture with 4 capsules, right, of the decomposer and jaggery and chickpea flour. Please remember this. This is important for prelims. Okay. And the mixture is sufficient to cover 1 hectare of land. कम से कम 1 हेक्टेयर जो है जमीन की वो कवर हो जाती है. And it takes around 20 days for degradation process to be completed. And the decomposer, it involves, it basically improves the fertility and the productivity of the soil also. So this method, this biodecomposer solution, it's very efficient, it is very, very cheap, and also it is very, very effective and doable and practical technique to stop the stubble burning. And also it's eco-friendly, environmentally it is useful technology, and it also contributes to the Swachh Bharat mission. Clear? So this is very, very important point for your prelims and for your GS paper 3 mains. Now today is World Standards Day. In Hindi it is said, it is called Vishwa Manak Divas. Okay, so it's the World Standards Day which is celebrated internationally every year on 14th October. It's very, very important, काफी important है ये. ठीक है. Now 14th October को भारतीय मानक ब्यूरो द्वारा 61st विश्व मानक दिवस का उद्घाटन नई दिल्ली में किया गया. Right. Now this World Standard Day, it is the 61st day now. ठीक है. 61st 61st World Standards Day है ये. ठीक है. I'll just correct this. It is the 61st World Standards Day. Okay. In 2020. Please remember this. Now here what you need to study is, you need to study about the Bureau of Indian Standards. आपको ब्यूरो ऑफ इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स पढ़ना है इधर, विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज BIS, जिसको BIS भी बोलते हैं. So Bureau of Indian Standards, it's a national standard body of India. Okay, it's a national standard body of India for harmonious development of activities of standardization of goods, marking of goods, quality certification, and it has been providing traceability and tangibility benefits to national economy. How? Let us see. By providing safe, reliable quality goods, minimizing the health hazards to consumers, promoting the exports and imports substitute, and also control over proliferation of varieties through standardization, through certification, through testing. Okay. Now the next important news, why are sub judice cases out in the media? Attorney General asks. So over here now, what do you mean by sub judice? Sub judice means something which is under judicial consideration. In Hindi it is said विचाराधीन. अभी उसके ऊपर विचार चल रहा है. Right now it is under judicial consideration. No final verdict has been passed. अभी ये consideration में है. ठीक है. So that is meant by sub judice. Now here the Attorney General K.K. Venugopal, he asked the Supreme Court to examine how the sensitive details of sub judice cases which are pending in the court made their way to the media and were published on different days of court hearings, threatening to injure the rights of the parties, right? Because when these cases are under judicial consideration, when no final verdict has been passed, if they are circulated in the media, That means it is done with the intention to influence the public perception, the public opinion, to influence the judges. So KK Venugopal, who is the Attorney General, he raised concerns over print and electronic media who were freely commenting on the sub judice matters. He also said that this is being done to influence the judges. He also gave example of the Rafale case. He spoke in particular about the Rafale case, pointing how articles had appeared on the same day the court was to hear petitions against the deal. He also defended the government when Bhushan and former union ministers Arun Shori and Yashwant Sinha challenged the deal before the Supreme Court. Right? So this is the whole topic over here. ये पूरा topic आया है आपका. The court asked the senior lawyers to coordinate and refine the issues which needed to be examined, and the case was now shifted to November. So we'll look at the verdict in November now. Now the next important news, again important for GS paper 2. Pak likely to remain on FATF grey list. तो इधर आपको FATF ग्रे लिस्ट को पढ़ना है, FATF को पढ़ना है. पाकिस्तान इज अनलाइकली टू एग्जिट द फाइनेंशियल एक्शन टास्क फोर्स ग्रे लिस्ट नेक्स्ट वीक. तो इधर आपको FATF के बारे में पढ़ना है इन डिटेल. So over here in the third plenary which is held virtually, FATF decided to keep Pakistan in the grey list. And it is said that at the next meeting, Pakistan needs at least 3 out of 39 members to keep it off from entering the blacklist. And it needs the support of 12 out of the 39 members to exit the grey list. So when we talk about FATF, FATF is an intergovernmental body which comprises of 9 countries. India is one of those countries. India, Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan. These are the 9 countries which are member of, you can say, which are officially the members of the FATF. Okay, and the member countries, it consists of 37 member jurisdiction also. So please write it down. FATF में 37 member jurisdiction भी है. And FATF ना, it has 2 list. FATF की ना 2 list होती हैं. First list is known as the grey list. ठीक है. And second list is known as, second list को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Black list. Second list is black list. First is grey list, second is black list. So the countries that are considered safe haven for supporting terror funding and money laundering, they are put in the grey list. And if the countries are, included in the grey list, that means a warning has been given to them. But the countries which are in black list, they are known as non-cooperative countries or territories. They are put in the black list. Okay, and it can be revised also. Now when I say plenary, जब मैं plenary की बात करती हूँ, plenary means, it means the meeting, the FATF members, they meet 3 times per year. एक ईयर में, एक साल में जब 3 बार मीटिंग होती है उसको हम प्लेनरी बोलते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज रिलेटेड टू प्रीलिम्स, ये आपके प्रीलिम्स के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है. So even network to handle the COVID-19 vaccine supply. The even network which can track the latest vaccine stock position, temperature at storage facility, geotag health centers, maintain facility level dashboard. It is being repurposed for the delivery of COVID-19 vaccine also. So this first paragraph is very important. It deals about the use of even network. Even network का use बताता है ये पहला paragraph. So what is this even? It is Electronic Vaccine Intelligence Network. Electronic Vaccine Intelligence Network. It is implemented by National Health Mission by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in partnership with UNDP, United Nations Development Program. तो ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वैक्सीन इंटेलिजेंस नेटवर्क है जिसको NHM ने इम्प्लीमेंट किया है. किसके साथ मिलकर? UNDP के साथ मिलकर, यूनाइटेड नेशंस डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम के साथ मिलकर. Why? To monitor the supply chain of COVID response material. Now it is going to handle the vaccine supply also. It is indigenously developed technology. It digitizes the vaccine stock. It monitors the temperature also of the cold chain through a smartphone app. And the aim is to support universal immunization program of the government. ओके. अब ये जो यूनिवर्सल इम्यूनाइजेशन प्रोग्राम है इसको भी पढ़ना है. दिस प्रोग्राम इट वाज लॉन्च्ड इन 1985 में लॉन्च हुआ था, राइट, टू प्रिवेंट मोर्टेलिटी एंड मॉर्बिडिटी इन चिल्ड्रन एंड प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन अगेंस्ट 12 वैक्सीन प्रिवेंटेबल डिजीजेस. ओके, तो आप बोल सकते हो इन द एंटायर वर्ल्ड इट इज वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट हेल्थ प्रोग्राम. ओके. The next important news, Aadhaar not mandatory for birth death records. This year also, every year Aadhaar based question is asked. इस साल भी मेटा डेटा से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन आया था, राइट? सो आधार नॉट मैंडेटरी फॉर बर्थ डेथ रिकॉर्ड्स, इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर प्रीलिम्स. द प्रोविजन ऑफ आधार इज नॉट मैंडेटरी, दैट मीन्स नॉट कंपल्सरी फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ बर्थ एंड डेथ. द रजिस्ट्रार जनरल ऑफ इंडिया हैज क्लैरिफाइड. इफ आधार इज प्रोवाइडेड voluntarily, it must not be printed on any document or stored in any database of births and deaths in full form. Right? So basically, if the person is providing Aadhaar voluntarily, that means by his own will, then also it will not be printed on any document of birth certificate or the death certificate. Okay? And it is not compulsory to provide it during the registration of birth or death. ठीक है, इतनी बात समझ आ गई. This is very important point for prelims. Now the next important news for GS paper 3, ये भी काफी important है. Single SBI branch for all FCRA accounts. So here FCRA is very very important. ये बहुत important topic है. Now the Union Home Ministry has asked all the NGOs seeking foreign donations to open a designated FCRA account at the State Bank of India's New Delhi branch by March 31, 2021. So here what you need to study? You need to study what is FCRA. ये होता क्या है? ठीक है, आपको ये पढ़ना है both for prelims and mains GS paper 3. So what is FCRA? FCRA is Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2010, under which foreign funding of voluntary organization in India is regulated under the FCRA Act and is implemented by Ministry of Home Affairs. So underline this, again important point for prelims. This act ensures that recipient of foreign contributions, that means the person or the organization which is receiving this foreign contributions, they stick to the state, to the purpose for which such contribution has been obtained. ठीक है, तो stated, ये word है stated. तो इसका मतलब है इस एक्ट के तहत ये इंश्योर किया जाता है कि किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने अगर फॉरेन फंडिंग रिसीव की है तो जिस पर्पस के लिए की है वो उस पर्पस को फुलफिल करें. So under the act, organizations required to register themselves every 5 years. हर 5 साल में आपको रजिस्टर करना पड़ेगा खुद को इस particular act के अंडर. ठीक है? Now the next news is US aiming to build an Indo-Pacific NATO. Very important for GS paper 2. बहुत ही ज़्यादा important है ये. China claimed that the United States was aiming to build an Indo-Pacific NATO that would be founded on the 4-nation India, US, Japan, Australia grouping. तो चाइना का ये क्लेम आ रहा है कि यूएस क्या कर रहा है, इंडो पैसिफिक नाटो तैयार करने की कोशिश कर रहा है विद द हेल्प ऑफ इंडिया, यूएस, जापान एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया, राइट, इस ग्रुपिंग के चलते. ओके, एंड दिस इज यू कैन से अ critical statement passed by China. They underline how Chinese officials who once sought to downplay the Quad as an overhyped idea are now highlighting it prominently. So what is this Indo-Pacific strategy? इसके अंदर आपको पढ़ना क्या है? Indo-Pacific strategy of nations पढ़नी है. ठीक है, this is very very important. Even if you have PSIR or public administration as optional, then also it's very important. So they had in 2018 dismissed the then recently revived Quad and the Indo-Pacific concept. China ने क्या किया था? Indo-Pacific concept को dismiss कर दिया था, right? But now the Indo-Pacific strategy, it aims to build, please write it down, it aims to build the so-called Indo-Pacific NATO, right, underpinned by the quadrilateral mechanism involving US, Japan, India and Australia. So this will create a hegemonic system. इससे क्या होगा? It will be a counter attack towards China's Belt and Road Initiative. राइट, चाइना का जो बेल्ट एंड रोड इनिशिएटिव है उसका काउंटर अटैक है, मुंह तोड़ जवाब है ये इंडो पैसिफिक नाटो, विच इज बीइंग इम्प्लीमेंटेड बाय इंडिया, यूएस, जापान and Australia. Okay. Now the next important news regarding the Turkey and Greece standoff. Greece will not hold talks with Turkey on diffusing tensions in the Eastern Mediterranean unless Ankara withdraws an energy research ship from contested areas. So what is happening? Recently ना France has deployed its military in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. France ने क्या किया था? Eastern Mediterranean Sea में military deploy कर दी थी amid the tensions between Greece and Turkey on the gas reserves. So according to France, the military has been deployed to strengthen the autonomous assessment of the situation. This is the reason given by, or the excuse given by France. Okay, so now over here the gas reserves lying in this area, here Turkey and Greece are fighting over the authority of these gas reserves. Turkey और Greece क्या कर रहे हैं? दोनों ही gas reserves की authority पे लड़ाई कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. Now these are the overlapping claims. Turkey and Greece, they disagree over overlapping claims to hydrocarbon resource in the region based on conflicting views on the extent of their continental shelves in water dotted with mostly the Greek islands. So this is the whole issue which has been highlighted. ये है issue जो highlight किया गया है. The next important topic, ये आपका next important topic है. 108 साइंस कांग्रेस पोस्टपोन टू 2022. नाउ इधर आपको पढ़ना क्या है, साइंस कांग्रेस पढ़ना है, राइट. द 108 इंडियन साइंस कांग्रेस, दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इंडियन साइंस कांग्रेस काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है. तो इसको हमें यूपीएससी के पर्सपेक्टिव से पढ़ना है. इसको अभी पोस्टपोन कर दिया बिकॉज ऑफ कोरोना वायरस, इट हैज बीन पोस्टपोन. सो व्हाट इज दिस इंडियन साइंस कांग्रेस, ये है क्या, इसको पढ़ लेते हैं. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द इंडियन साइंस कांग्रेस, the theme of this Congress in 2020 was Science and Technology Rural Development. Now it has been postponed to 2022. So what is this? It owes its origin, write it down, it owes its origin to the foresight of two British chemists. First was Professor J.L. Simonson and second was Professor P.S. McMahon. So these are two British chemists who started the Indian Science Congress. And the first meeting of this particular Congress, ये जो first meeting थी वो कब हुई थी, 1914 में. It was held in January 1914 at the premises of Asiatic Society in Calcutta. ठीक है. The next important news, now this is important for prelims, it has been taken from the Indian Express. ये news ली गई है Indian Express से. India is among top 3 investment choices for MNCs in the next 2-3 years. So this is very very important. Top 3 investment choices India को माना गया है MNCs के लिए अगले 2-3 साल में, right? It has higher weightage than 82% of the companies that were surveyed. Okay, so this is again very important for prelims. ये काफी important है prelims के लिए. इधर आपको CII और Ernst and Young का सर्वे पढ़ना पड़ेगा, ठीक है. Now answer this question, ये टेस्ट क्वेश्चन है आज का. मिशन साहकार 22 sometime seen in news aims to open defecation free India by 2022, 100% rural electrification by 2022, double farmers income by 2022 और D elimination of TB by 2022. You have 5 seconds time to answer this question. आपके पास इस क्वेश्चन को आंसर करने के 5 seconds हैं, जल्दी से आंसर करें. The correct answer to this question is, आंसर इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, फटाफट से आंसर करें. द करेक्ट आंसर इज, इट इज सी, डबल फार्मर्स इनकम बाय 2022. सो ओवर हियर राइट इट डाउन, द नेशनल कोऑपरेटिव डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन, दैट इज NCDC, इसको हम NCDC भी बोलते हैं, नेशनल कोऑपरेटिव डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन. इट इज अ मेजर फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन. It is a major financial institution. It has started the mission Sahakar 22. इसने स्टार्ट किया है इस मिशन को. It has started the mission Sahakar 22. ठीक है, which aims to double the farmers' income by 2022. Okay, correct answer is C. Now answer the next question. Which of the following are correctly matched? Diksha, National Digital Infrastructure for Teachers. Swayam, provide high quality educational channels through direct to home connection. Swayam Prabha, National Online Educational Platform. Which statement is correct? कौन सा statement correct है, फटाफट से बताएं. Which statement is correct? So the correct answer to this question is, देखो दीक्षा प्लेटफॉर्म को अगर आप देखोगे, इट इज अ नेशनल डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फॉर टीचर्स. All the teachers across nation will be equipped with advanced digital technology. So first statement is correct. Second statement, the third statement, Swayam Prabha, it is a group of, write it down, it is a group of 34 DTH channels. ये 34 DTH चैनल्स का ग्रुप है which is devoted to telecasting of high quality educational programs on 24/7 basis and it uses which satellite? GSAT 15 satellite. Okay, so statement 3 is wrong. स्वयं, अब स्वयं की बात आती है. अगेन स्वयं इज नेशनल ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन प्लेटफॉर्म, तो सेकंड भी गलत हो गया. तो करेक्ट आंसर विल बी बी. ओनली ऑप्शन 1 इज करेक्ट. स्टेटमेंट 1 करेक्ट है. ठीक है, क्लियर? So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I hope, उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आपको आज की क्लास काफी अच्छी लगी हो. Right? So we are going to conduct these classes every day around 10, 10:40 और 11 AM. 10 या 10:40 या फिर 11 बजे तक हम ये क्लास कंडक्ट कर लिया करेंगे. So that in the morning only your newspaper current affairs completion will be on time. Clear? तो चलो इसी नोट पे वी आर रैपिंग अप द सेशन. ऑन दिस नोट वी आर रैपिंग अप द सेशन. आई होप यू एंजॉयड द क्लास. आई होप कि आपको क्लासेस अच्छी लगी हो, आपने नोट्स बनाए हो. प्लीज मेक नोट्स साइमल्टेनियसली एंड यू विल गेट द नोट्स ऑन माय टेलीग्राम चैनल ऑल्सो. ओके, थैंक यू.